Hi, it's Sherry, your English 110 instructor. Just want to get you started on the annotated bibliography assignment for our class English 110. If you've been on Blackboard, you've probably already noticed that our first assignment is something called an annotated bibliography. If you click on the assignments, all it really is a list of a couple of sources. One of them needs to be from the ICC databases, the other ones can be from regular sources online, and you're going to summarize them for me and put them on a piece of paper. So, it'll take a little bit to do it, but it's totally worth it. So to use ICC's database, I first want to make sure that I'm using Firefox. Please don't use Google Chrome or Internet Explorer. They cause a lot of problems when we try to look at articles or download things. So always make sure you're on Firefox. As I'm glancing around under Around Campus, there's a library and then a search button. If I'm going too fast, don't worry, you can watch this video more than once. In the search engine, my hobbies are kind of boring, so I'm going to put in something that my friend's son loves, Fortnite. I don't really know what it is, but you guys know what it is, so I thought I'd look that up instead. So as I'm glancing down, there's a lot of things, including full books. I don't have time to read 3 books for this assignment. You don't either. So what we want to do is start finding out how we can just filter out all those things we don't want and put in just the things we do want. I also want to sign in with my ICC ID to get full access to this library. Now, I signed in earlier today, so mine's probably just going to kind of go right to the library search engine. You may not have signed in lately, so just use those letters and numbers that you always use to log into a computer or to, let's see, you would also use it for any computer on an ICC location or for logging into Blackboard. You'll use those same letters and numbers and then your password. So the results I have right now, I want to start limiting them to just things that occur online. Publication date is pretty important. This assignment says use current things. I'm kind of old, so I'm just going to say 2010 is pretty current. For you guys, probably the last year or two is fine. Whatever you want to do there, as long as it's within 9 or 10 years for most assignments, I'm totally good with it. If you do want to use a children's book that you loved as a child, I'm totally okay with that. Just kind of run it by me when you are putting in your rough draft. Okay, so let's get resource type and sort of start getting out of some of the stuff we don't want and some of the stuff we do want. When I'm clicking to the left and getting the kind of little white arrow on the blue box, that means I do want it. I'm going to kind of go through and put on the right-hand side, you'll notice I get a little red with a slash through it. I'm going to make sure that I'm taking out other things. I'm kind of doing double duty here. For most folks, if you just click on the stuff you do want, it won't include these other items, but I have noticed from searching online at the library, it's actually good to click these things off so I don't keep getting them. Sometimes it has a couple of them in there. It's kind of irritating. So I'm going to apply the filters and see what I get. As you're cruising down the results, some of them may not be things like you're like, it isn't bad. Why would I want to look at that? I don't want to look at sex. Weird. So some of the stuff may not be things that you want to look at. And you can just keep loading more results. And there's also other ways to kind of update your results as well. So I'm going to do, let's say, errors, that's kind of interesting. Let's just take something like this. So I do want to see if things are, how many pages they are. Some of them say like 1 page or it's 25 pages. So I'm really interested in things that aren't like 50 pages long. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this result. When you do click on this window, it doesn't go automatically to the article. It gives you a little link to go to the article. And it may have more than one link, which is actually a good thing. That means if it's not at one place, you can look in another place. So it does take a little bit of time to get used to all these different links and processes, but it gets a lot easier as you go along. I'm just going to grab the first one. This one says, hey, do you want to download the article? And it's in like 6 different places. I'm going to grab the first result and hopefully it will come up right away. There it is. So let's say I think this is really interesting and oh yeah, I remember I heard about the quake or whatever. So I am interested in using this for my annotated bibliography. I don't want to hit the back key. What I want to do is go back 1 tab on this, on my Firefox browser and go back to the original information that gave me the results. So I can actually click on something called citation. This is the cool thing about finding something on the ICC database. You don't have to recreate these citations on your own. You can use it just directly copied and pasted. Once people get used to using the database, some students really love it and will use it for all 3 of their articles. Totally okay to do that. I'm going to copy this citation. I can also click on it like this and copy and paste it. Whatever works best, that's fine. I'm going to open up a Microsoft Word document, and I'm going to go ahead and paste it in. So basically, I have the information now. Now I need to summarize in 2 to 3 sentences. So I haven't actually done all my formatting on this. That's in another video, but I wanted to show you how to use the ICC databases. Now let's say I don't care for this article. I thought it was kind of stupid. It's not what I'm interested in. I'm going to go to this X, and I'm going to X out of that article, and I'm going to find another article that I do like. So maybe, yeah, Xbox, maybe that interests me. Maybe I want to read that instead. It looks like it's going to give me, usually it takes a minute on my computer. If you're on Wi-Fi, you may have, your computer may take forever to give you this little link to get to the article. Remember, I can just click to this little area here. It will give me the article, so I can actually read through it and say, hey, do I want to use this? Do I not want to use it? You can use any kind of hobbies. I have students who've written about all sorts of things. They love having a dog as a pet. I don't know, all sorts of different things. This one didn't come up, so I'm actually going to kind of be proactive, and I'm going to actually type in the title. I don't know why it didn't come up. Maybe because it's from India. I don't know. I'm going to force the computer to give it to me. So sometimes you have to kind of troubleshoot these things as you're looking for it. Oh, there we go. So there's the actual article. It's finally coming up for me, so I'm pretty excited about that. It's not too long. It's actually pretty short, so this would be a good one to use if I decide to use this. For your annotated bibliography, I am asking people just, try to think of different lifestyle, things that you like to do, things that you're interested in. I know education, of course, is already of interest to you. Most people pick 3 different hobbies instead of 1 hobby. As you cruise down in the page of all the information there, you'll notice there are some samples there. And the first sample is one that I did, and I included one result that was really, really old, so kind of embarrassing, but I noticed it's downloaded because my little blue arrow has given me the downloaded version there. Oh, I already had it open. I have it open a couple of times. There we go. So as you're looking at an example, you'll notice that the annotated bibliography we're doing for our class does not have a header at the top, like an MLA Works Cited page. So I do have 2 other videos that tell you how to actually paste this in and format it if you're using Google Docs or if you're using Microsoft Word. So both of those will help you do that. You'll notice after I paste in that information I got from the database, here's one right there, I then talk about what kind of article it is, what kind of people who might want to read it. I want to make sure I never copy and paste anything directly from the article other than the citation. So it's definitely okay if I'm looking at this and I click on the citation and I copy and paste this in, that's completely okay. What I don't want to do is go in here and click into parts of the article and paste that in. So I'm going to summarize it in my own language so I don't get in trouble for accidental plagiarism. So don't want to scare you there, just wanted to let you know what that's about. So that's a quick video on how to use the ICC's library databases. Sometimes links don't work, or you may find yourself clicking through things over and over again. I know it's not a perfect process, but I appreciate you're using one of your 3 sources from the ICC database. We'll use it again when we get into argument writing. So thanks for watching.